together, finally rank up. We need better working conditions from the operates. We really do. Look, we finally are gonna do the thing, I hope. Maybe the thing is, I haven't even been here for the last however long it's been since I finished the tools that I've done. I did my time. I did my time in the crafter hell. That is this hellhole. We need better working conditions from the Loperits. We really do. But here we are, Zal ranking up. I hope. Maybe. For stamps. Camp work for beacon camp expansion, facility expansion. Oh, and it's raining on us. How nice. You know what would be funny is if we rank up and we finish and I start doing the quest and a red alert happens while I'm taking naming way on the tour again, like it did when I was doing it on the moon. I had a red alert going off and I was like, well, I'm not waiting for the red alert, and so we were just touring during the freaking meteor shower. It was really funny. It was really funny. Oh, look at all this! Thonk. I feel like this is a cool concept, but it's taking so long that it's losing its appeal here. I mean, like, it's such a cool concept going planet hopping with the Loberits. That sounds like fun, but it's taking so long to finish because they keep sending us on unnecessary filler steps. Alright, let's join this fate! We're making a telescope? Oh, that's exciting. You completed the task. Get out of my way, NPC. I'm welding. Is that what we're doing? Is that all we're doing? Gotta fix the floor. We're making a telescope. I've already seen what the base camp looks like in its final phase, seeing as 3 of my alts finished already. Genova finished like a week ago. It's such a cool concept, planet hopping, and then just it's so slow. Granted, I don't remember how long the firmament took, but I do not think it took us a month to do each phase. I don't think. Granted, that was a good 5 years ago now, so I don't really remember, but I just, like, if we're gonna make the teleporters, why don't we just make them go everywhere all, you know, at once? If we're gonna make the hangars, why don't we just bring the upgraded hangars? Like, why are we doing the, why do we need to spend, like, 2 steps upgrading the hangar at a different time? Why don't we just bring the finished form with us? It's like, it's so fillery that they're just trying to extend it. Granted, I don't actually know because I haven't been part of the community. I don't even know how the community reaction is going to this. I would rather have it be short and sweet than long and takes us a month to finish. But I am just a humble penguin. Like, I would rather just have this be short and fast than short and sweet than long and taking us like 2 months to finish. And it punishes the low population servers, coughing dynamis. As they take longer to finish than anyone else, purely based on the fact of, yeah, you don't have a gazillion players on you. It's just like when like Balmung or Tombear is like, haha, we're first, and it's like, no shit. I'd be more concerned if you weren't first. But at least we weren't really competing this time around. Like, I understand the appeal here, but I think we need to work on the pacing. That, and the fact that there's still only 2 fades. This is just like, it was cool the first 5 times. It's not cool the 50,000th time. It could be as simple as adding more fates the farther you progress in the area. And you know, it does feel weird when it's like, oh, we have to go grab this glass from over here when we're like, we are past this point. Let's go, Zillions. We're making good time, I think. Stupid NPC, get out of my damn way! We're stuck in this loop right now. I'm just gonna leave it with ASMR eating things. We made it! Our final whatever is commanding way gives us a speech on how we've finally done it. Shut up, commanding way. That is nice to know that here in 40 seconds we'll be able to do the quest. I can't believe this took us this damn long. I just think it's a cool concept, but execution is kind of shoddy. Can I get to 100? Aw, yeah, baby. I technically overcapped on that, but that's fine. Phaenna telescope. We did it. Wow. Searching way, I can't believe you are going. Look at what we have done. I mean, to be fair, it is pretty cool, but I'm probably going to need even a sec for the quest to show up. My favorite thing about this, though, has been, if I find which side they're on, the running storyline, or running appearance of where are they. Don't actually remember which side. Actually, it might just be a slow load right now. Cries and PS4. Yeah, there it is. How the sloper it keeps breaking into the scow. I mean, mech. It's cool, don't get me wrong, but also, we need better working conditions. Curious, can you climb it? Does not appear to be like that. Damn. I have to wait for that quest to load in. But don't get me wrong, I mean, it's a cool upgrade, but... Holy hell, my PS4 is not a fan. At last, the base is complete. No way, you don't say. If you guys gave us less freaking objectives, we might do it sooner. I'm actually gonna find another server. I'm gonna go to a different instance, I mean. One that won't light my PS4 on fire. Preferably. Switching way, give me your damn quest, boy. Now we can take a look at the base and all its glory, I suppose, while we wait for the game to— I think this happened last time too. That's a high detailed player NPC, but no, it was a player. Gonna stare at searching way until the quest is there. All night searching away, however long to give us the damn quest. The brightest star of searching away wishes to logic for reference on Phaenna. We need better working conditions. I'm grateful for your dedication to running to and fro on the initiative path. You've gotten a knife full of the terrain is only metaphor in the only metaphorical sense, I hope. I've been everywhere. Fret not, I've yet to be impaled when I'm looking at her. Notice the shards piercing my tender flesh. I've yet to be impaled though. I would say the sheet with the slant borders on the blinding. Had I known, I would have asked anyway for one of their manifold pair of sunglasses. Welcome back, Naming Way. For what I've read of the reports on my XIV tablet, you've certainly wasted no time crafting nomenclature for Phaenna. I confess it's been a spectacular challenge to name an entire star from top to bottom and obtain a unifying theme besides, but at last, my work is done. Don't go pointing your feet after shot, my friend. This is only our first destination! Yes, of course. Rest assured I shan't let my dictionaries gather dust. Tour time. You know, Pengu, I did so enjoy our tour of Sinister Dorm. Might you join me on another edifying jaunt? Tell Lucy you're keen to hear what Naming Way has cooked up. Hop to it then. I'll be here when you return. Quest accepted. Let's go, bud. Naming Way is the only low bird here I'll protect. Let's view the tour here at camp and work our way out of the grotto. I couldn't have redid that. Okay, bud. Naming Way is the only low bird I will protect. There is a long ago vein of hot molten glass carved out this cavern before being driven back by geothermal fluctuations. As the main flow receded, left behind deposits of molten silicates which have hardened into the twisted shapes you see before you. For its resemblance to the glass produced by lamp workers, the substance shall henceforth be known as lamp melt marble. We've no shortage of outcapping, see if you ever wish to take a close look. That is no ordinary stained glass, but fine glass, clad from lustrous materials unique to the star. Not only is it aesthetically pleasing, it can endure shard showers without suffering a single scratch, all while converting light into energy. Incredible is not Phaenna's natural resources have proven tremendously valuable for their versatility. We're gonna ignore the mecha, but see, he's a he. This is why he's accompanying you. We were truly fortunate to find such an expansive formation to shelter us from Phaenna's harsh climate. Curious, isn't it, is that something as delicate as glass could become both deadly threat and stalwart shield? This place puts me in mind of a Gaffa's work, a vessel bespeaking both beauty and strength. That's why I call it the glass bone grotto, you see. And within the primordial flame, around which we gather to sculpt our own marvels, however fragile the works of man and leopard might be, a glass blower's beacon. But this is far from the only spectacle Phaenna has to offer. Let us adventure westward to that most ponderous of streams. This is the only low brand I will protect. I want to take the teleport. At least Star isn't a red alert this time. Would have been funny though. It would be funny. This assembly stream is the subtle lime float flowing ever so slowly southward through Milliflor. Despite the appetizing name, however, I cannot recommend drinking from it. In terms of chemical composition, the water is essentially glass. So should you try to consume its fish, you shall find yourself with not but a play of glass pesticore. These imposters and pesticers, if you will, are infected silica globules animated by the dense ether fluffing beneath. As a matter of fact, we have yet to discover any true animals on the star, only golems and other arcane identities. The inspectors themselves are difficult to categorize with confidence. Are they spirits? Elementals? Their very existence is a matter of the vastness of nature, and affinity of our own understanding. And those were merely the easy names next to say we hate things up. Southward ho! Anything for you, bud. Wait, so you mean all the times I was making the jokes about the fish, they weren't even real fish? They're just... I don't know what you would class glass that's got a form, but it's ether. And yeah, well, I don't know what you call that. If I remember correctly, what he wants is... Yes. Problem with this planet is that these teleports are really confusing. And I think I go... that window down. Insert Xenoblade X joke here. This is just called Rose. Behold the onyx ridge rising high above the fluorescent expanse, fusing wave vent. The heat in this area is sufficient to melt gas as the abundance of magma tests, hence the name. Temperatures fluctuate in the crater, and it is perfect climate for liquid magma to submerge from an apparently cooled crust. Do watch where you strap, I should hate to see you lose your favorite boots. Or your favorite feet, for that matter. Jokes aside, I do hope you're enjoying the tour of the swamp, and your next stop offers the most spectacular scenery of all. You can't stop me, I want to touch the lava. It's just called Rose. Let us enjoy the view. The view is magnificent, you must concede, and my plate with features ripe for the naming. Besides, naturally I have given it thought to the term for each and every site before you. You needn't hesitate to ask. We start with the spiky crystalline tree. Just as I discovered to see that fell within our common definition so defined as Solaris. To our eyes, it just exists outside our understanding of what constitutes plant life. Oops, my button. The distorted oak is one such species. The distorted oak is one species. Its explosive spikes do convert sunlight into energy through processes we have not yet begun to fathom. We know still less about how such spikes form. Is there some significance as to their connection to being both branch and leaf? We must assume there is some connection to the tree's unique hiring environment. I see, but appreciating the flowers, though, Neverine is another health. The delicate petals almost seem resemblance lace. At a glance, one would sure think them handcrafted, but I assure you, each bloom has pollen and seeds like any other species. How then do they reproduce without the assistance of animals? We can only assume the poor deals are entirely dependent on the punch-strong gusts of wind. Wind blows hot in December. Better represents a fungus from mighty ways power doesn't, but it is in fact a tree, yeah, after a fashion. It would perhaps be a cousin of the acacia, but were not made of a glass plate atop a glass cane, thus I termed at the display Or not just believe this is a unique shape, maybe evolved as a means to protect its soft, malleable bark from shard jars, but research is still ongoing. Isn't it breathtaking how the staircase of color descends from here? It's precisely that rainbow from which the iridescent rise derives its title. A scholar's estimate that this region was once home to a string of small ponds, each filled with liquid glass. As temperatures fell, they gradually solidified. Incidentally, the different colors seem to indicate variations in the sediment between individual ponds. Ah, bliss, we lovebirds do so love our rainbows. It's a faceted grass, caught your eye. And if there is, it's unheard of for a naturally occurring consistent identical shapes, but these plants defy conventional wisdom. Or Charlian scholars posit that it's an effect of the star's unique ethereal properties. The topic has sparked a lively debate within the fields of botany and etherology. It's beautiful. If you've taken all the sights, Pinky, if not, you're more than welcome to linger a little longer. The splendor has been most thoroughly beheld. And delighted that it has, while your keen eyes have lit upon all my newly designed little designated little darlings. You know, Pinky, I expected to see such a shortage of novelties, but never deemed a first destination would be so very unlike theirs. Can't find out something so mundane as glass has the power to surprise us. Each new discovery more intriguing than the last. Sing with me once more. My mind fills with questions. Whence came these changed shapes, the colors, the sounds? Why these and none other? Glimpses of a design so grand I will never see the whole of it, even with a lifespan of as lengthy as mine own. Do you guys have lifespans? But someday someone will know the shape of it. They'll follow in our footsteps, guiding the fragile things we leave behind. The more time I spend to find out, the more I feel like this is the path that Heidelin wished for her children to walk. In the end, you and I may take but one small step, but the journey doesn't belong to us alone. Oh, is that why this song is playing? You're damn right, bud. This is emotional. Ah, but perhaps we should try to call her back to search for before or else we have kept him waiting long enough. Oh, sure, just run off without me. We're awake. And winds rise again. That one's true and surprisingly deep. Another splendid twin of books you must stand by every in detail for searching away past days. On it, bud. Welcome back, you two, to have a long and riveting discussion about geography. We did. Oh, it's probably fascinating. Together we've been in on the many glass-based discoveries on the team. The team has discovered this far. Yeah, woo, go team. Glad to hear you. I dare say is complete with evidence to our crowning achievement. Our crowning achievement. Does that mean? Indeed, it does. Presenting the finest telescope. I helped make this. To be honest, I don't really know what we were doing here. I kind of left. I did my time. It's even grander than the observatorium in Kurthus. I've never heard this song. Is it in stuff we've already studied some of where stars possessed of ether and abundant stars? I could show you right now. Oh my god. Just let me press a few buttons here. It's a map! He looks so happy. Stunning, nay, stupendous. I have to agree. Each game you see here contains many possibilities, and we're going to explore each of them to the last. Phaenna is breathtaking enough, I can scarcely imagine what else is out there waiting for us. I think they already revealed the next planet, but we won't know without further analysis, but there's a celestial current strong enough we may yet find new life, new civilizations. Granted, I've heard the stories of Meteon's journey and the many stars she watched fall to despair. Oh no. Oh no, bud. Be happy, bud. Yet, yes, I myself learned of it long after we first were brought into the initiative of a most lamentable tale. Yeah, the planets were hacked. You were there at the edge of existence, were you not, Panky Bridge? What precisely did you see? Oh, we're talking about this now? Memories of the long-dead ruins and despair, a series of bizarre life forms patronizing a cafe, also soup. We're finally talking about... Hey, wait! What happened to Endwalker? I want to be serious. The mere thought of it is heartrending. Well, because of what I've seen, I still wish to make the journey, to grieve what was lost and find my own meaning in it. You damn right, bud. And do not owe to our fellow life forms to hold on to hope to the last. What if they are out there? So as would say, research team has already debating the merits of correspondence versus non-interference. That's a debate indeed. Searching for sparks of hope amid the darkness of despair. How poetic! Endwalker coming back with a steel chair. You bet it is. So we're going to use the telescope to combine every element on the horizon in search of our next galactic foothold. The ideal candidate will be cocooned in celestial currents and hospital to more than one than just plaintish things with luck. That's all fine what we're searching for. I'll be in touch once we settle on the coordinates. Until then, there's work to be done. I kind of forgot the planet that we're going to next. I think they already said it in live letter. I feel like I've crushed their hopes and spirits, but I had to be serious. Hang on. As you've undertaken, yeah! I have to help the manager from hell. Why is there a car in the parking lot going on? I don't know this for real. Glam. Alright, kiddies. Let's do some class. What awaits us on our next jaunt? I don't know, but it's Rex Xenoblade's outfit. From 2. I'm actually taking the Bennett manager from hell last because I need to do these two to continue it anyway. Perspectives reflected. The skirting glassworker needs to touch glass. Ah, an adventure, a proper adventure that is. So here we are all adventures of a sort, are we not? However, I am a glassworker of Ishgard. It was that for the expertise I was about to take part in the initiative, and I've been quite content to oversee the work here at Glassworks Weekend. Yet as my time here draws to a close, I find myself regretting having failed to venture further afield. I am certain sisters would inspire me for years to come. For that reason, I should like to take a brief still and perhaps collect a few samples that may be incorporated into my future works, provided you are willing to escort me through the harrowing environs, of course. But I am in your debt. Once you've made your expert preparations for the trails ahead, let us meet southwest, within a safe distance of the ground, of course. Back one anyway. Well, we're finally asking the grand question of, wait a minute, weren't a lot of these planets kinda dead? Breathtaking. Oh, forgive me, I was captivated by the scenery. I had thought to venture further, but perhaps the inspiration I seek can be gathered right here on our doorstep. As an associate of the initiative, you must be capable, artists in your own right. Why not share in this artistic exercise with me? Bring me whatever fetching fragments seek to Stick to the static sense, I shall limit my to these standings, lest I inadvertently endanger myself. Dude, I know this place like the back of my hands. I'm a slave to the Loperits. I'm a slave. Slave, save. I did my time. Which is why I left. You're alive. Did you just buy any works of art? Here you are. Even at seasons, I indeed to be an honor to work with one of these. You can't have to death with sights and samples both. But what have you? You spent far more time wandering the star than I. Have you spent your time on Phaenna? It is a cool place. Don't get me wrong. I've encountered wonders I could have never imagined. Spoken like an adventurer true. Confess that it is beautiful as I find the sea of stars, it frightens me in equal measure. How much there is to see and how limited my own view is. The moment I stepped outside the grotto, I was nigh overcome. I'm glad to have glimpsed at this star through yours, if only for a short while. Come, let us return to the beacon. But that's the fun thing about space, is that we'll never have a fully understanding of things, and that's why I find it cool. You know, my deepest gratitude, adventurers never the beauty of this day, to think that I may have turned down the initiative's invitation were never to from my present struggle. Not long ago, you see, Lord Heinrich found himself cliche, so work of stained glass to celebrate the newfound harmony between man and dragon. From the first I found dude. Long and did know dragons only as terrifying beasts to see beauty, let alone find kinship in these versatile creatures. So it's beyond even my imagination. Now, however, I begin to understand. Even the most fearsome worm is but a single soul like you. I face this expense with fear and with wonder. I visioned a dragon soaring between the stars, graceful and strong, following a glimmer of light across an unimaginable distance. A fitting use for this glass, I should think. That's just what Midgard Somer did! I'm gonna go sit in the mech now. Elrod, shut up. Then we'll help the manager from hell. Speaks qualified candidates only. I'm a qualified candidate. Well, it doesn't make the Dwarfmist don't do you justice. Just would you have a moment, do you? We're planning to conduct a high-altitude test flight, though it's seldom necessary during standard operational vacuum suits are equipped for it. The recently manned flights were pivoted at a safety precaution due to the difference in magnitude levels between Phaenna and Sinus Dorm. Now that we have significantly fewer project drones whizzing about, however, it should be possible to establish a safe flight path for areas with low magnetic interference without risk of collision. The trouble is we're still required to fly in pairs in case of emergency, so let me have someone with your skill in the air with me. Let's do it. Take me on a several-minute thing. Hey, Dallas, let me know when you're ready to strap in. All set then. Take me away. We're just gonna enjoy this. It's an auto-advancing cutscene, so... Here's the thing. You are right, we can see the fact that there's gonna be the fate right there at the mech hop. Whee! Take me away. We did it, everybody, let's go. I'm gonna laugh when they release this as the next round and it's just the recolored other one. You guys have said it's the display. Do you have any thoughts or questions about the process? That was beautiful. I'm glad you liked it. There are routes may be limited. These flights still provide valuable opportunities for very large swaths of planet from the air. For some research cases of drone recording the train simply does not compare to live observation, and there are times when repeating the same route may actually be a boon. I appreciate input, however, and will bear it in mind for the future. And if you had a mind to settle your stomach, please speak to me to collect your compensation. No, I'm seriously gonna laugh when they like release these as reskinned. I already know the other mount to the freaking face. Let me play with the apologies with the release later. Gilsack has met with someone misfortunate upon being overnoticed in front of disembarked pilots in the past, you see. Those for the suits, they're expert in their depth and play as we speak. We'll pay that with the feedback to improve future operations. You mean we might actually be able to fly? The route seems quite safe, but it will require further testing before we offer it to the entire initiative. We're running get some use out of it in the meantime now. Okay, now we gotta go help the manager from hell, who I was apparently supposed to, like, sympathize with last time, but I didn't. Manager from hell! Good day, Deeping, who gave me duties at the Star of Alba Kakuda. Expect you to have some time on your hands, correct? I like making that we're making this a joke. I believe I misheard you. Do you have time? Yes. Oh yes, heaven to the better thing to do. Surely this joke has run its course. My joke, my dear friend, I take your busy schedule quite seriously. That is why I'm asking ever so nicely. No, you're not. I'm just a spirit. When I plans don't pretend otherwise. What do you need me to do now? Who am I bullying this time? Say hello to Phasing Wave, fellow project manager for the initiative. Grateful for all those fellow missions we handled. We heard what keeps the cogs turning. And me and Momoka here, I keep them rolling off to mother knows where. Her Lala Fallon and I is indispensable in spotting trouble. The average loper it might overlook. The reverse is equal to I might add. Thus we develop a multicultural management style during the regular construction to prevent oversights in our, well, oversight of the project. Naturally, now that the core development offering is complete, we've been collecting feedback for a post-mortem review, which is how we've got wind that a few SKUs have come loose. Namely, Project Leader Commanding Way and Magic Specialist Justa. Oh wow! They were just so keen to take the task of expanding the functionality of the initiative's machinery, almost too keen. And now we have word that they're sneaking our part and whispering in tones of nigh delirious excitement. What's more, they refuse to divulge any details of the new designs to management, afraid of getting in trouble, we suspect. And so we turn to you, Pengu Keyblader, of course. You are someone they work alongside and trust a potential collaborator in their eyes. Will you go into place and find out what they're plotting? Yeah. Too excited. We shall just think it's going to be observed while you interrogate or inquire. Alright, what are you guys planning? You might be a little too excited. Too much excitement's also bad. Beep beep. How we doing, party people? Howdy, party people! I'm a member of our Mercury. I was good to have ye on deck, Pengu. Number 1 and I were just trying a bowl course for him at this fleet's machinery. I may have kind of touched carried away. In many ways, as a true visionary, they make the impossible seem possible. You're too kind, number 1. Now about those mech designs. If yes, we were still leaving too much on the table. What about ethereal savers so we can do them riding pirates all flashy like? And a mechanism for transmission, or better yet, fusion! 5 units combined for 5 times the obliteration! Aye, that's the stuff. Massive mech arms with drills attached, pulverizing fronts above and below. And I can the components of a standard magic excavator computer for getting the fittings up right away. They're just trying to make the ultimate mech. Well, what are you waiting for, Pengu? Hold it right there, you two! You were specifically instructed not to lose sight of the initiative's needs. What's this all about sabers and drill arms? Here comes the manager from hell. Gasp. Management! There's nothing more dangerous than a leopard's lack of restraint paired with an engineer's ambition. We should never have taken the rise off of them. Tell me, did you toss common sense to the wind the instant we gave you this assignment? It was on our channel first. I showed you an extension mechanism for the crayons, featuring features to assist in scaffolding installation. Sensible enough to everybody, so that you can trust in the vampire affair will happen if we don't see these two to a productive task immediately. Go team! Very good. To the two of you, if for just that need, we will like to continue work on the machinery. They just want to make a scale, and who might have stopped them, though? I'm honestly with them on this. We value your passion, but see, they do not lose sight of our common goal. Again, we have a budget to maintain. As for you, Commanding my Pike, I'm to my station. We will need to discuss your conduct. Scallywags. Since when is Commanding Way a pirate, or has Commanding Way always been a pirate? Management. I confess I let my good son slip away from me. I feel simply so empowered here, so I thought I could build anything my heart desires. But for now, I should finish my maintenance tasks. Could you check poor Commanding Way for me? My work may have run over long. I mean, you guys want to make like the ultimate scale. I'm here with it. Commanding Way? I'm on it. The management. Scallywags. Thing is, sabers and stuff, I can literally picture this skull. Xenoblade X, my beloved. Alright, so maybe as I let things get out of hand, I'll defend you, bud. Commanding me, you must understand why I brought you here, correct? Well, I may have gotten a wee bit carried away. My duty was once to man the helm as my characters forged ahead into the unknown. If the Exodus had gone to plan, it would have led me to build a new home on whatever still offered us refuge. Idly, and he even gave me this extra large body so I'd be easy. I just realized you are taller. Extra large body so I'd be able to see? But no matter how big I am, it's some sort of duty I can fulfill all by my lonesome. That's why being a leader in the initiative has meant so much to me. I still believe that the commander's role is to stand tall and inspire the crew. But I should have considered what exactly I was inspiring them to accomplish. It's seeing the initiative succeed that would make them the happiest, after all. Promise me you'll remember that, and please do set a better example for your team in the future. Aye, you steered me back on the proper course. Glory to the initiative! And then he's gone. And what a headache, said the manager from hell. We barely finished the fight and everyone's already to be all over themselves in anticipation of the next star. Indeed, new spit picking efforts we haven't seen the last of the trouble. In fact, I expect it'll be along any moment now. What didn't I tell you as we speak? A very important guest is traveling here from Aetherius by the way of St. Sardornum. The details are confidential, but suffice to say that I'll be in touch. This is why you needed to do the other 2 quests to get this one unlocked. Let's help the manager from hell! Come on, let people have some fun. Oh, Pinky, do you have some time? Maybe I don't. What then? I just love that we're making this joke. Look, Pinky, this is no time for games. The manager's delegation. So, idle hands with a special introduction. You still will call I spoke of a special guest on the very first outpost on the note starts to complete. The farm is sent a representative to conduct an inspection. In light of your established chapter with that August institution, I have elected to bring you along as intermediary. You're welcome. Now that we're spending at the Cosmoport, come along. I didn't sign up for this. I've been volunteered against my will. I think the manager from hell just foisted this task onto me because she didn't want to do it. Hello there, foreign person. I will be your guide or something. Don't mind the fact we're getting rained on. Welcome to find out, Counselor. Yeah, Debbie. Prince Journey was too taxing. Not at all. It's been quite betrayal of my expectations until this very moment. Hello there. Do I know you? The manager of the form's obligation here is plain. Given the initiative would not exist were it not for the Ragnarok. If their resources or expedition ultimate will notwithstanding is to ensure this technology, it is the form's duty to safeguard against its misuse. Yep. Certainly we'll do our utmost to make your visit for one make no mistake, I have certain misgivings about this project. I'm willing to see the fruit of labor go to waste. Charlene has invested a great deal in this initiative to date technology, but also acquainted personnel. The majority of your researchers also hail from our nation, do they not? Yet following the final days, our actions are under greater scrutiny than ever before. Should it be suggested that our ambitions include extraterrestrial colonization? Conflict is certain to follow. Maybe that's on you. The continued involvement is dependent on your results outweighing that risk, and I intend to make an honest accounting. Such a tremendous burden would surely be lightened with the assistance of the expert before you. Me. Yeah, foist him onto me. I have heard tales of mere accomplishments, and all parties may indeed be a boon. You are at liberty to avail me of your insight as you see fit. Thank you, Keyblade. Then I shall leave the council in your care, so just to begin by introducing you to all we built here at Glassdoor's Beacon. You just foisted this off onto me! But let's do it. Well, maybe people will think we're colonizing. Maybe that's on you, man. Maybe that's on Shirley's reputation. Do try your best not to move. For you, she may prove difficult. I can handle it. Beep, small person. Beep, beep. I know, I didn't want to talk to them. I want to talk to you. I shall follow your lead. Do be thorough. Alright. come. We'll hit the optional dialect too. Research mission in supply county is located in a well-trafficked nexus. Excellent! The initiative certainly has the appearance of a functioning cooperative, though naturally the bare details by further investigation and future evaluations. Can we kill Orbiting Way, ma'am? I think we should kill Orbiting Way. Orbiting Way deserves to get got. Cave facilities at the center, encircled by residential and other less vital structures. Whilst the hangar position has been suitably adapted to find geographically, the layout bears the clusters image to that of original designs for a post-Exodus colony. Indeed, scale notwithstanding, does the very picture of the shelter we once envisioned for the refugees of the final days of comforts echoing this sound in the city of Aetherius. Clearly, the initiative recognizes how swiftly those without extensive field training can become unmarried without familiar amenities to provide a sense of psychological safety. This is actually extremely true and why we can never go to Mars. I'm judging by your trust facility suitability to meet initiative participants' needs. I dare say your funding has been allocated with acumen. I am satisfied with what I see here, but what of the rest? Hop in my... I do believe that's the lunar whale. Because my whaler's on the map. My whaler's on the map. It just didn't load. Imagine that the single facility powers the entire camp. Tis rather more compact than the Labyrinth solution, though tis not suitable as a direct replacement for existing infrastructure and theories. It may explain the merits of experimenting with technologies that one day might become so. Oh, now I'm Omega! Now I'm Omega! Don't mind the fact we're getting rained on, ma'am. The stone is beautiful from the ground as it was from above, if not more so. Though I must say, it feels past exchange to descend upon a foreign world and see one's own countrymen milling about. Just the first time I've seen that many of the technologies at work here are lower in innovations, I suppose. Yet each shaped by shining theatrics, if I am not mistaken. Despite knowing it was planned for the Exodus, to see it take form on another star is surreal. That good or bad, ma'am? I believe I've seen enough. The initiative's reports provide sufficient background regarding the star's topography itself. Instead, I would ask you to share your informed opinion on this project in detail. Shut up, Elrod. Assuming of the time to spare, of course. The manager from hell is counting on me. Very good. I'm obligated to mention that your answers will be included in my report verbatim, but pray do not let that concern you. How would you evaluate the cooperation between the Charlians and Loperans? We need better working conditions, but they are great. Indeed, it seems the Loperans rely on my country to inject an amount of reason into the proceedings while driving the project ever forward with their unusual notions. There's not going to be a well-balanced partnership as demonstrated by Mocha, and facing the way their management system has been a major problem from arising thus far. Next question, then. The initiative has recruited cleverest not just from China, but nations across the earth. How would you describe their work? Your next skill set in pursuit of our unified purpose. Yeah. I feel like there's the easy answer and the not answer. Should begin to recruit that report. The project slowly benefits from the breadth of knowledge you describe. And in turn, the insight gained by initiative luminaries will be distributed across the theories upon their return to the benefit of for all generations to come. My next question pertains to technological developments. I noticed the machinery originally designed for Sinstrodome has now been repurposed to Phaenna. Would you say this is sufficient for the star's needs? Sufficient, yes, but we're always looking to make improvements. Is honestly a good answer. My friend is designed that even in future they are known environments, which I imagine is reassuring to the designers here as well as myself. It also speaks to a robust testing process before each phase of exploration, and see that that continues, and greater technological advancements are certain to follow. Now, for my final question to you. In your opinion, what is the purpose of this initiative as a whole? Oh god. To learn of the stars and to seek hope is what I'm gonna hit here with the direct state and we'll go to waste. Nah. We're hitting the Endwalker button. This is Endwalker. Haha, 'tis to be dirty in pursuit of searching with lofty ideals that the chief security for my report, I fear. Yeah, data still wants to take attacks as a familiar mind. Maybe even I could be converted. I don't care if you didn't like my answer, I'm just telling you the truth. Ahem, this concludes my inquiry. I mean, it is for the sake of searching. I wanted to do this from the very beginning. Oh, we just enjoying the view. The one who's experience with the trials and tribulations of the nation has such an optimistic view bodes well. We need better working conditions. In any case, I believe I have a sufficient understanding of the initiative's accomplishments to deem it worthy use of funding. Your cooperation will seem understanding with fortune's tidings, and for that I thank you. I spoke of my misgivings of the Charlatans wisdom would betray it for naught but needless conflict. However, I appreciate the true value in the undertaking. Gazing upon your telescope, I saw the promise that slumbers within distant worlds, and felt again the same thrill when I first set foot on this magnificent star. 'Tis an experience better lived than spoken, as you well know. Nevertheless, I shall do my best to convey its worth to those with similar concerns. Thank you, Keep Litter. I am glad to have spoken with you personally at last. I confess my sister's stories have long piqued my curiosity. The waste. Just don't let the half sister. Oh, okay. That's why you look like. Oh, okay. Wait. I skipped all the scenes, but I played them on my alts. Wait. You still has a half sibling in the forum and just didn't mention that to us? This fellow made no mention to me, though our mother's the first year through the 2 of 12 daughters, so my late father rule. Naturally, I am the eldest of 12, oh god. She could have told me you were coming. She had a sister in the farm all along! Bro! Hahaha, we never were especially close, though I worry for her as any sister would. The submit was returned here not purely out of obligation to the farm. I also wish to take your measure, and so I have. Unexpected lore. I just you will continue to offer your enthusiasm to do so as well, and so for your past grounds. I haven't played Dawn Trail. Now that I must return to theories and the endless tedium of petty political maneuvers, but first let us inform you that I have no further business here. Sorry, unexpected plot twist. Bro, she could have mentioned that. Bro. Even if you're not close, you could have mentioned that. The one time I take the teleport back. I do wonder how Stella will react to the news of our meeting. I don't know. I haven't seen her, so back to how did it go? BAD's manager from hell. Your expert was the source of much constructive conversation between the premises, and I concluded my inspection well satisfied. Oh, I am pleased to hear that, Counselor. As you should be, for it speaks volumes with the success of this initiative to date. I shall look forward to your regular reports on any further progress. Given your capabilities, I trust I have nothing to fear. I'm continuing to entrust you with maintenance of the budget. But of course, on behalf of the initiative, allow me to offer my sincerest thanks for making time in your busy schedule to visit us today. We have to go back in the cutscene and figure out if this quorum member voted for or against the scions. Thank the gods that's over. Even as four members go captive, it is notorious this way I judge the worst, but it appears I was correct in my choice of intermediary. Now with four blessings, we strive to prefer them to the great unknown. You have the time, don't you? You're only paying me 257 gil. So it's gonna become better if I find another task and need a measured approach, I shall be sure to come to you. Yeah, looking forward to having the manager from hell haunt me on the next planet. Well, on that note, we are finally at long last done with Phaenna. And at that note, I guess we're done. We'll just, go outside here and admire what we've made here. On that note, I do hope that we really get good at it. I just do not think it needs to be this stretched out, but I did my time too. I did my time here. All these are done now. I did my time. That's why I stopped. I'll go up to the ship. Haha, that'll give us a good view. On that note, that is all. See y'all in 5,000 years, where I play Dawn Trail and look at your story with a whole new light and contemplate the meaning of life.